Now to a story that will touch African men and women in a very personal and close way. The Supreme Court in Uganda has ruled that demanding bride price prior to customary marriage is perfectly legal, but not mandatory. Well, before men can start praising the ruling, however, listen to this. The same court has outlawed the refunding of bride price by the girl's family in case of a divorce. This ruling was given in a landmark judgment following a petition in which a civil society wanted payment of bride price to be declared illegal.
7 justices of the Supreme Court ruled that demanding for bride price by parents in customary marriages is constitutional and thus legal. The panel of justices included Chief Justice Bart Katurebe, his predecessor Benjamin Odoki, Christine Chitumba, John Wilson Sekoko, Dr. Esther Chisache Mayambala, and Jotham Tumwesije. The appellant, Mifumi, a women's rights civil society in Tororo, had called for the banning of bride price, arguing that the act was unconstitutional and infringed on people's right to marriage. They also asked the court to ban the refund of bride price. 6 justices agreed with Justice Jotham Tumwesije's comprehensive findings that bride price does not obstruct a couple's consent to marry, as was stated by the appellant team, and that bride price is an old African tradition that has lasted for generations and cannot thus all of a sudden be referred to as a mere purchase of women.
The return of bride price connotes that the woman in the marriage was on some sort of loan. But even in a sale, the cliche is that goods once sold cannot be returned, or goods once built cannot be returned. If that cannot be done in respect of common goods that are delivered, etc., why should it be applied to a woman in a marriage?
In a minority ruling, however, Justice Esther Chisache Mayambala said that bride price should be declared voluntary and shouldn't be demanded by parents. Justice Chisache Mayambala said it is a constitutional obligation for parents or guardians to take care of their own children and should therefore not demand anyone to pay them back for the roles they played. She also argued that both the payment of bride price and refund of the same equally undermines the dignity of a woman. The 7 justices, however, unanimously agreed that refunding of bride price was unconstitutional because it undermines the dignity of women. The 6-to-1 ruling required that each party meets its own costs because the case was of public interest. City lawyer Ladislaus Rwakafuzi, the appellant's lawyer, acknowledged that it may take time for the community to appreciate the ruling. The ruling affects all cases in lower courts of law in which men are demanding a refund of bride price.
Now, the status quo is that you cannot demand back a refund of bride price.
Mifumi, the appellant, welcomed the ruling in a case that has taken almost 8 years to conclude. The next fight will be lobbying Parliament to pass the controversial marriage and divorce bill that has stayed on the shelves for decades.
This ruling and pronouncement will immensely aid the fight against women's and girls' abuses.
The landmark ruling has divided opinion on Kampala's streets. Story compiled by Namaja Irene, NBS Sunset.